Hello, everyone, and welcome into the program this evening. North Carolina just took care of baby brother inside of PNC Arena tonight. A game that was really tough. I'm not gonna lie. We knew that the NC State crowd was going to be, real up and high and mighty into this game. We all knew that was coming, and they were going to get excited for us. But nevertheless, North Carolina got the win. 67-54 was the final score of the game. And my predictor, I actually predicted 85-72. So I got the spread right. 13 points was dead on, but it was a little bit lower scoring than I thought. North Carolina held NC State to 50 points. I think this is the third time they've done so this season. They've been consistently doing very well with that. I'm not going to lie. North Carolina has been surprising me with their defense. So let's kind of talk about this game a little bit. First and foremost, I want to say one thing. NC State, first off, to start off the game, really made other players contribute. So one person I really got to brag on, Elliot Cadeau. We've been seeing a lack of aggression from him over the course of the year. A guy that's been a little bit shy at doing anything offensively outside of passing. We've all saw his passing ability. It has been amazing. It's been great. But as far as scoring wise, hasn't really went after it too hard. Obviously, he wasn't the biggest offensive point guard coming in in high school coming into North Carolina, but really got after it tonight. Ended the night 11 points. It was 4 from 8 from the field. Shot 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Really glad that he's playing the way that he is. Showed some aggression tonight. Really, really proud of him, and hopefully we get to see that coming forward because NC State early on in that game and really throughout the game for Armando Bacot, that is. But early in that game, in that first half for sure, they were really holding RJ Davis down pretty well. They were keeping him from going lights out like he's been. And it forced some other guys like Elliott, Harrison Ingram, to really come out and play for this play, and play well tonight. Or if not, this game could have been a lot different early on. As I expected, NC State came out and they played with a lot of passion. I kind of figured that they would. It's in their house. North Carolina being ranked number 7th in the nation. If all else stays the same, and North Carolina is able to take care of Syracuse, Louisville, they're gonna be probably right in the top 5, if not top 4 by this time next week. Just giving we had a couple of upsets tonight. Kansas lost and Tennessee lost. Both of those teams fell tonight. UCF, I believe, beat Kansas, and, I forgot exactly who it was that beat Tennessee, because quite frankly, I really wasn't paying attention to what was all going around the league. I kept my eyes dead set North Carolina, NC State. But I took my notebook out here and I marked up some stuff tonight. I kind of just want to go on through it. As we knew coming into the game, their big center, Jay Burns, we knew he's a big boy. He's been there for a little bit now, and him and Armando had a little back and forth last year, especially with the glasses and things like that, the trolling back and forth. And one thing for sure, DJ Burns definitely come out to play tonight. Brought the energy, brought the passion. Finished with 11 points. He was 4 of 8 as well, 3 for 3 on the free throw line, and he was kind of having his way. Hello, Shadow Computer. He was kind of having his way with Armando Bacot, definitely. And Armando Bacot's a big guy, but he ain't as big as DJ Burns. Burns is a big fella, and first in height and strength, but also in roundness. He's a pretty solid sized fella. But definitely, he came out and played a really good game. He only had 2 rebounds. I'll take a guy like that. Had a couple of blocks. That's personally fine. I'll take that. He missed some easy layups he missed there, which obviously helped. One of them he missed kind of early in the second half that actually led to a fast break RJ Davis pull up 3, which I think he got on DJ Burns for not getting back on. Which, hey, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I will say that North Carolina, even though NC State wasn't shooting the lights out with the 3-point line, They got there in the second half. I noticed that they were kinda backing off of the three-point line, and then NC State started to hit them. And at that moment, okay, they needed to move up, and definitely they did, man. I was so surprised. They started letting NC State, all right, you're 0 for 13 or 0 for 12 at the time. They finally hit one, so they started moving back out, really locked down on the perimeter. I have to say, man, North Carolina's defense is the unsung hero of this team. I'm looking at, three-point percentage. They went 2 for 21 on the three-point line. Good lord. I'll say, man, that's for 9.5% of the three-point line. Carolina went 7 of 22. They were doing a really good job guarding the perimeter as well, but, I'll definitely take that. And North Carolina's perimeter defense, once again, Clemson this past Saturday, team that was able to shoot the ball, had a couple of guys that could really shoot that three and, went in there and disrupted them. So it's good to see that Carolina is really back, and even Billis, talked about it a little bit earlier in the game. I think it was in the first half. He said that North Carolina's defense, for them to be, this good considering what last year was like is eye-opening. It's very shocking. But, it's amazing what you can do when you get in some players that really want to be in Carolina blue and the pieces fit well around. Hubert Davis got him playing great defense. Another guy that is consistently, and I do mean consistently, over the past few games. I love this kid. Another guy last year, kind of the same position as Elliot Cadeau, brand new guy, freshman on campus, guy in the offensive side of the ball. This guy right here, man, I absolutely love him. Only scored 6 points, but those were big 6 points right there. Absolutely. A guy that competes on the defensive end. We saw his defensive tenacity all throughout the year last year. We saw that even at his freshman year, like, okay, he could be one of the best defensive players on the team, if not the best. And he continues to prove that each and every night he's out there for Carolina. And not only that, he's scoring some points now. He's doing it in bunches, and he's scoring some pivotal shots. I think it was the what game was that? Um, one of the earlier game, big time game. I have to think about it in a second. It wasn't Kentucky. It was Oklahoma, knocking down some big 3 pointers for us, to keep us in that game and keep us afloat and keep us in the lead and keep us right there, and it helped us ended up in propelling us to win. Seth Trimble, man, that's a guy that I really, really am enjoying watching. He's becoming one of my favorite guys, a guy that when he gets down court, people immediately are trying to get in front of him to keep him from making some highlight breakaway dunk because the momentum's gonna shift very fast. He had one tonight, he almost got there. Guy met him up there at the rim, and it wasn't called a foul. I'm kinda curious about that, but hey, I will give credit to NC State. They're a team that fights. They really did. There was many times North Carolina tried to push and get away from them early. State stayed right there. They consistently kept doing it. I mean, drive after drive. North Carolina score, go up 4 or 5. They bring it back down within 2, maybe 1, maybe even tie the game up, and they would do it again, do it again, do it again. But the key to this game, not only being defense, but also the use of depth. Hubert Davis, a guy that was killed by me as well, me being one of those guys, for not playing depth last year. Everybody's wondering, why in the world is he playing these guys? What's going on? Why is he only playing, 6, maybe 7 players? I just wanna look at the box score really quickly and see the minutes here. Where's the player list? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 players. 9 players played for Carolina. He's using depth. He is. He's using it. And not only that, they're giving you valuable minutes. They're not just coming in and just coming in for a minute or 2 and going out. They're giving you valuable minutes. All of them can score and do what you need them to do. Tonight, for State, 7 guys, really? They had a couple of guys. I think they a total of also 9 played for them. Yeah, 9, but they're not getting valuable minutes out of the guys. So they kept having to use their starting 5. And with that, North Carolina was able to wear down NC State just like many teams last year was able to wear down North Carolina, to where Carolina could stay with people last year, but then eventually lose the game because they're just having to play these 5, 6, 7 players maybe you could count on, maybe 7, and I'm kinda stretching there, but they only had about 6 that they were really using. This year, North Carolina playing 9, and you're getting quality out of those 9. The 9 that played, we'll go ahead and name them really quickly. Harrison Ingram, Armando Bacot, Elliot Cadeau, RJ Davis, Cormac Ryan, who kinda had some he had some big threes tonight, a couple of big threes there for sure, only ended with 8 points. Zayden Hyde, Jalen Washington, Jalen Withers, trouble. All of those guys, points spread out amongst them. Ingram with 9, Bacot 9, Elliot Cadeau 11, RJ Davis 16, Ryan 8, Zayden Hyde 2, Washington 2, Withers 4, Trimble 6. I'll take that. I'll take a stat sheet like that. We got 2 guys that are maybe your 2 big stars and they're getting their points, but also it's being dispersed throughout the team. That lets me know that there's continuity with the team, and every player that comes in there is getting their points somehow. Zayden High, even though he has a problem fouling a lot, you got to work on him. He's a true freshman. He's a project. It's okay, but he's a guy that comes in. He's an energizer bunny off the bench, and he comes in and he's going to play his minutes, and he might get fouled himself, go to the free throw line, and knock down a free throw. I think I do. Jalen Washington, I like him. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. Now he's not some stat sheet. He's not no stat stuffer, that's for sure. But 8 rebounds on the night tonight, 6 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. By the way, Harrison Ingram with 19 total rebounds tonight. We're rebounding the basketball. A total of 50 rebounds for us tonight, 42 for NC State. We had 13 offensive. They had 14 offensive. Beat us there. But we got on defensive rebounds 37 to 28 in favor of Carolina. 11 assists tonight. 4 blocks for us. 5 steals. Turnovers are big. We threw a couple away, so State definitely got one more steal than us. But Carolina, having gone in what I believe one of the most hectic crowds they're going to go into, because let's just call it what it is. Outside of Duke, this is basketball speak here. Outside of Duke, what more of a hectic crowd are you going to see in the ACC? Maybe Virginia. We'll put Virginia in there. But outside of that, what more of a hectic crowd are you going to see all year in the ACC? I'd put Duke at number 1, State at number 2. Probably Virginia at 3, and maybe you can battle them, depending on how the 2 teams are doing. Virginia's not looking too hot right now. But State at 2 for sure, behind Duke. And North Carolina, I gotta give them credit. This is a team that has been able to handle the pressure. When things get tough and gritty, they showed their grittiness tonight. This was a gritty win for them, and they're giving it right back to State, and I'll take it. I think, personally, this is a game you can build on. I said in a video I did at the beginning of the year that North Carolina in the year 2024 could do some amazing things, but it all started with the first 3 ACC games at Pitt, Clemson, State. 3-0. 3 good, gritty, tough wins. That's what you're going to see throughout the ACC all year. And I think these are your top 3. We'll really see how it accumulates throughout the year because, in my opinion, I don't see how this team, barring any injury or anything like that, shouldn't be probably undefeated by the end of January. I picked them to go undefeated in the month of January. Right now, they're off to a good start. We'll have to see how this thing is going, but I like it so far. Anyway, I'm looking here. I'm pulling up ESPN. It's different doing this live than, recorded, that is. Syracuse this Saturday, then Louisville, Boston College, Wake Forest, Florida State, and Georgia Tech. All of those games definitely, definitely winnable. The toughest game out of all of them, in my opinion. Oh, by the way, Miami got beat by Louisville. Louisville's back. They're all the way back. Yeah. Maybe so. The toughest one out of all those, in my opinion, is gonna be Wake Forest because they got some guys in the portal to kind of build up their team. They got some guys on that team. So I'm curious to see how that Wake Forest team is, but you do get them at home. But I don't know. Tell me what you all think. I'm personally really liking the way the Tar Heels are looking. This was a great game for them, a tough, gritty win for them tonight. I think right here, this is your hardest stretch in the month of January, in my opinion. Outside of this, you should be able to kind of flow through the rest of the month of January. Hopefully, nothing happens injury wise, and then that first game in February being in Chapel Hill is Duke. We'll see how this team is looking towards that time. Tell me what you all think down in the comments. I want to know what you guys think of Carolina. How you like them? What do you think about tonight's win? What does it say about the Tar Heels? To me, by the way this game played out, this is a tough, gritty team that's going to keep on fighting, and I love it. And when times are tough and palms get sweaty and backsides get tight, and Tar Heels know just how to pull it out. Boy, very proud of the guys tonight. Great win, 67-54. North Carolina takes out Little Brown and NC State. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the program tonight. And as always,
you don't want none. I'm good.